Hello guys and welcome back for another video
with Pall family.
with Pall family. I'm Daniel
I'm Natalia.
and today we are back with our video reactions and we have a video from
1 a.m.
1 a.m.
1 a.m. Why are Indonesians happy despite having low incomes? That's a good question. And an interesting one as well. Did you subscribe it?
No.
No. I subscribed it like it was five months ago.
Why are Indonesians happy despite having low incomes?
That's a very good question.
Why?
Because they have a
Tell
low
me
incomes.
why.
Because
Tell
they
me
have
why.
low incomes.
Let's find out together. Don't forget, if you're new and enjoying watching these type of videos with us, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell to stay up to date to know when we're gonna post our next videos. We are finally back to our main channel. We sort out every single issue. Natalia is gonna keep posting on hers because she has more time than me.
Yeah, so we are just doing something for fun.
Let's check this one out. Ready?
You know why?
Ready? Why?
When you have less money, you are happier.
I don't want to be rich.
Everyone
In Indonesia,
wants to be rich.
many people believe that
Not me.
fortune isn't just about money. It's about health. It's about strong family bonds. It's
This is
about
your
having
video.
people to rely on, about finding joy in the simplest moments. But in a world
Basically, he just described my thoughts about happiness, life. To be rich in life, you don't have to, I don't know, be rich like money-wise.
You can be rich in other way.
Rich family, health, and be able to get a lot of happiness from simple things.
Yeah.
Come on, play.
He doesn't want to.
about having people to
Just
rely
wanted
on,
to talk.
about finding joy in the simplest moments. But in a world that treats wealth as the ultimate measure of success, does anyone still believe that? If financial power were the only key to happiness, then Indonesia, despite having one of the lowest GDPs per capita in the world, shouldn't even come close to being one of the happiest countries. Yet somehow, it is. But how does that make sense? If Indonesia is truly one of the happiest places, then surely the data would reflect that, right? Because when I was researching about happiness for another video, I stumbled upon an image that ranks Indonesia as the second happiest country in the world.
UK.
This one
UK, the first one.
UK.
Nah, has to be wrong.
No way.
No chance.
Come on, we live there and we know now. Are the people from UK the happiest?
Nah, no chance.
Yeah, maybe because they are celebrating, like, every weekend from Friday to Monday.
No
And
chance.
they are enjoying life. To be honest, if you are thinking like that.
Netherlands, yeah. Mexico, yeah.
Because what? From where you know?
They are happy. We've seen a lot of videos and shows from Mexico, and it's the same thing as well. They don't have too much money, but they still enjoy their life, even if they are, I don't know, poor and things like those. You've seen a lot of videos with poor areas where everybody was chilling, enjoying a barbecue and things like those. Australia, never been. Canada, never been. China, I don't know. Brazil,
US,
maybe.
but UK the first?
Nah, that has to be something wrong.
I don't know what to say.
Wrong.
image caught me off guard instantly. Not because Indonesia doesn't world. This one image caught me off guard
Same us as well, but with the UK.
instantly. Not because Indonesia doesn't seem like a happy place, but rather because I'd never seen it ranked that high before. So I checked another website that's far more widely used and more familiar to me. And here, Indonesia was ranked 80th in the same year, practically buried under countries that, at least on paper, are supposed to be doing better. This got me thinking, how can the same country be seen as both happy and
They cannot be right.
This
unhappy
is
at the
like
same
the people
time?
are just doing
How
some.
can two different ways of measuring happiness produce results that contradict each other so drastically? And maybe more importantly, which one is right? But before we go deeper into the video, let me ask something, especially if you're Indonesian. Would you consider yourself happy? I mean, not in the way surveys measure it, of course, not in terms of current GDP or political stability as well, but in your own personal life, on a day-to-day.
I believe they're gonna say yes.
I think
Because
all of them,
we
yeah.
met a lot of Indonesian people, and most of them, when you discuss and you had like exchange couple of, I don't know,
Words with them, yeah.
words and questions,
thoughts,
something like
yeah.
those, everybody was like quite happy.
Yeah, and nobody said like anything bad about, or not bad, like they have problems or complaining.
about.
No,
basis.
never.
Do you feel content with your life? Or is there something that makes you second guess if things are as good as they should be? Because by macroeconomic and political standards, Indonesia isn't supposed to be one of the happiest countries in the world, and yet, depending on how we measure happiness, it somehow is. So, which version is real? If life were measured by numbers alone, Indonesia's economy would tell a simple story. With a GDP per capita of just under $5,000, ranking 118th in the world, the difference is staggering compared to the United States at over $80,000 or Singapore at $82,000. Logically, this should mean a lower quality of life, fewer opportunities, and, by extension, much less happiness. But when you walk through the streets of Jakarta, the beaches of Bali, or the small villages of Yogyakarta, the reality is different. People laugh easily, they joke with strangers, they sit together on sidewalks, sharing food, stories, and time, without any rush to be somewhere else. Happiness, it seems, isn't dictated by economic power alone.
And they are able to get, I don't know, happiness from small things and be able to enjoy every single moment, even if they had like I don't know, bad problems or bad moments and things like those. They I don't know, they accept, and they are willing to get over it much quicker than we do.
Smiling quicker than us, yeah.
The 2024 World Happiness Report ranks Indonesia 80th out of 137 countries. Not at the top, but still higher than many wealthier nations. Germany, for example, has seen a decline in happiness despite its
Still
high
United Kingdom.
675.
I don't understand how they made this
GDP,
reports.
falling to 24th place. Meanwhile, Turkey, with a GDP per capita of $13,000, ranks far lower than Indonesia at 106th. These numbers challenge the assumption that wealth automatically leads to well-being. I think one reason for this is a strong sense of collectivism that Indonesians have. A 2023 study by Meta and Gallup found that most young people in Indonesia feel they receive the support they need from family and friends. This research also aligns with Geert Hofstede's cultural dimensions, which ranks Indonesia as a highly collectivist society, where success and hardship are seen as shared experiences rather than individual struggles. They have a deep-rooted culture where people don't struggle alone, where a neighbor's problem becomes the community's concern, and where financial hardship is softened by a deep-rooted belief that life is meant to be shared. There's a Quora post from someone I assume is Indonesian who said that there's an old belief that if my neighbor became a thief because he is hungry and I do not help him, I am also guilty for his thievery. This post alone can pretty much sums up the collectivism value in Indonesian society. Religion also plays a big role in Indonesia. About 87% of the population is Muslim, while the rest follow Hinduism, Buddhism, Confucianism, or
So
Christianity,
that means rules.
both Protestant and Catholic. But here,
Rules what?
That means rules as well for them.
I don't know why
When-
they involving again the religion things. It's about how you growing up, how your parents are. I don't know.
Maybe it's different.
No. It's about the culture, it's not about the religion. Okay, maybe religion has like a small part of it. It's about the place and the culture where you've been born, how you've been taught, how, I don't know, it's different. I said it in many videos that in Asia part, most of the people, they are helping each other, when in Europe, everybody's for himself.
Yeah, for your own.
So they don't care about what's in the left, what's in the right. They care only for themselves, and they are trying to achieve everything by themselves and I don't know, have a
Wonderful life.
they don't care
But they
about
don't care
left and
about-
right.
yeah.
When in this type of countries like Indonesia, you were raised different, to help somebody who's near you, to help family, to grow like a united family and things like those. Again, I don't
everything
know
comes
about
from
the
family.
religion.
Faith is more than just personal belief. It shapes traditions, guides daily life, and strengthens the sense of community. When you're in Indonesia, you can see it everywhere. Mosques call people to prayer 5 times a day. Churches hold Sunday services where entire families
Like they're
gather.
putting them together.
Hindu rituals in Bali fill the streets with offerings and ceremonies. Buddhist and Confucian temples stand as places of reflection and guidance. No matter the religion, there's a shared belief that life is meant to be lived with kindness, gratitude, and responsibility toward others.
Exactly what I
Beliefs
said.
stand as places of reflection and guidance. No matter the religion, there's a shared belief that life is meant to be lived with kindness.
And why do you mention that? If there is a shared belief that life is meant to be lived with kindness. No?
No matter the religion, there's a shared belief that life is meant to be lived with kindness.
I'm trying to understand. What do you want?
Yeah, he's just explaining now.
Yeah, but why
Why is he
do
in
you have to
contradiction or
mention
what?
a religion if you, after that, you're saying that
No matter the religion,
no matter the religion,
Yeah, so he said maybe a religion has a point in this
he
as
has
well.
maybe just a small
little.
part. It's about how the
Yeah, and then
family
he's saying no
raising
matter
you.
the religion is.
there's a shared belief that life is meant to be lived with kindness, gratitude, and responsibility toward others. That's why gotong royong, or the Indonesian version of mutual cooperation, isn't just a cultural value, it's a way of life. Helping someone in need isn't seen as charity, it's just what you do. If a
Obviously.
neighbor struggles, you step in. If a friend is in trouble, you don't wait for them to ask. It's the same mindset as that Quora post I mentioned earlier. But life in Indonesia isn't easy for everyone. In fact, around 10% of the population still lives below the poverty line, and underemployment is a massive challenge. Financial struggles are real in this part of the world, but if money was everything, shouldn't the richest countries be the happiest? Yet, study after study shows the opposite, and that's where community makes all the difference. In Indonesia, personal success is rarely an individual achievement, it's a shared effort. A child getting into university isn't just their parents' pride, it's a moment for the whole neighborhood to celebrate. A wedding isn't a private affair, it's an open-door event where even distant acquaintances are welcome. When someone is struggling, no matter financially or emotionally, there's an unspoken understanding that help will come. This is gotong royong in action, the idea that no one carries burdens alone. Meanwhile, in Western cultures, independence is often seen as a marker of success. Moving out early or handling problems alone is a proof for self-sufficiency.
Yes, and what that... Wait.
While in Western cultures, independence is often seen as a marker of success.
Okay.
Moving out early or handling problems alone is a proof for self-sufficiency. In Indonesia, handling problems alone is a proof for self-sufficiency.
Yes, but if you don't...
Moving out early or handling problems alone is a...
If you're not gonna handle those problems alone, what is gonna intervene? You're gonna end up with depression and anxiety and things like those. Why? Because everybody in Western are used to solve and see the life like a single
Yeah.
it's different
Of course it's different.
when you're trying to sort out things together. It's better, yeah. When you're trying to sort everything alone and you're gonna hit a wall,
You have to handle by yourself.
then you're gonna say that, okay, I'm getting depressions, anxiety, and things like those because you are alone
And you can't handle it.
and you cannot handle it in some cases or situations.
Or maybe you don't know how.
And because you are used to sort everything alone, you are ashamed, or I know you're feeling somehow to
guilty.
ask for help. So that's why
Proof
for
for
me
self-success.
this Western option is not okay.
Moving out early or handling problems alone is a proof for self-sufficiency. In Indonesia, strength isn't measured by how much you can do on your own. It's measured by the people who will show up for you when you need them. There's a reason why the pace of life in Indonesia is different depending on where you are. In rural areas, where nature is closer and communities are tighter, time feels slower. There's less pressure to constantly be achieving something. People take time to chat, to rest, to simply exist without guilt.
And because of that, they are living more. As well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
People take time to chat, to
Have you seen in the latest or the last couple of years people having time to just stay and chat with you, relax?
No.
And everybody's constantly rushing somewhere.
Doing something. And you don't have time. And
You don't have
Yeah.
time for nothing. Everybody's rushing. Everybody's, I don't know, stressed
That's
to do
true.
something. I don't know what.
Nobody's smiling.
But we don't
nobody-
have no more time for us. You don't have no more time for friends. Even if you have a bit of time to stop to talk with somebody or to, I don't know, just hang up for a coffee, they're not gonna have time. So
That's sad, yeah.
rest, to simply exist without guilt. It's not that life is easy. In fact, many people still rely on unstable incomes, but there's a rhythm to daily life that feels more sustainable. In urban centers, especially in cities such as Jakarta, Bandung, and Surabaya, we can see a different side of Indonesia, a side that's constantly moving, adapting, and competing. The cost of living is much higher, the workdays are longer, and traffic alone can drain hours from someone's life. Yet even in these cities, collectivism is still thriving, and gotong royong still finds its way into daily life. Take Kerja Bakti, for instance, a tradition where entire neighborhoods come together to clean their neighborhood without any government order, without any payments. They just do it because they have a shared understanding that some things are best done together.
Because they are doing for themselves.
here you might get a fine
If you are starting to do something.
if you're gonna move
The
those
public.
ones, which they've been placed by, I don't know, the
Government. The
someone,
council
the council, yeah.
in your town.
And if you're gonna move those ones or you want to paint them because they look very ugly and you're gonna paint them, they're gonna come and fine you because you paint them to don't look like that anymore.
The contrast between urban and rural happiness of Indonesia isn't just about the lifestyle alone, it's mostly about expectations. In big cities, the desire to chase more can create a restlessness that's harder to satisfy. But in smaller towns, where ambitions are measured in community rather than competition, contentment comes easier. So, if money and wealth were really the deciding factor, places with the highest GDP per capita should be the happiest. Yet, time and time again, reports show that wealthier nations struggle with loneliness, burnout, and declining mental well-being. Japan, for example,
Depression.
is one of the richest countries in the world, yet social isolation is such a widespread issue that the government had to appoint a minister of loneliness. The US, despite its economic power, also faces rising levels of anxiety, stress, and dissatisfaction, especially among younger generations. Maybe the problem isn't wealth itself, maybe it's how it's used, the expectations it creates, and what people give up to get it. When life,
especially in these days, there's expectations and I don't know, the things that people want to achieve.
It's really, really high, yeah.
It's way too high and way too, I don't know, instead of taking smaller steps.
You just want to be on top.
These kids in these days, they are
To
dreaming,
fly.
I don't know, to obtain everything in minutes, days, things like those.
starts feeling like a transaction. When you're trading time for money and treating relationships like deals, it gets harder to feel real happiness. Indonesia's lower GDP per capita means fewer luxuries, fewer conveniences, and fewer opportunities for extreme financial success. But it also means success isn't measured by burnout. People work hard, but they don't define their worth by endless competition. Instead of chasing status, there's a stronger focus on relationships, community, and a sense of belonging. None of this means Indonesia is a utopia. People still struggle financially. Inequality is real, and modern life is shifting traditional values. But if there's one thing that hasn't changed, it's generosity. Despite their financial struggles, Indonesia has been the world's most generous country for 7 years in a row since 2017, according to the World Giving Index. Even in hardship, people keep giving. Some give money, some give their time, and others offer a helping hand. It's proof that wealth isn't the only measure of abundance. But as cities grow and digital culture reshapes how people interact, happiness in Indonesia is changing too. The younger generation is more connected than ever, but somehow they feel lonelier. Social media takes the place of real-life gatherings. Hustle culture pushes
Everywhere.
That's true.
That's
It's a virtual
in my opinion, it's a
world.
problem. It's a whole world problem, and it's spreading faster and faster. Even in our case, we are trying to keep Nicole away from, I know, mobile phones and things like those. But even when she wants to play with somebody,
Everyone is like
everybody's on their phones.
Yeah.
So it's somehow, I don't know.
like to play virtual. So
people to move fast, leaving little time for community.
We have a fly.
yeah, it's on your chair.
We have a fly.
The very collectivism that once held people
It's
together,
not.
it's now being tested. It's not that people are abandoning traditional values, but the demands of modern life are making them harder to maintain. In Jakarta, a city where millions spend 3 to 5 hours a day in traffic, finding time for meaningful social connections can feel like a luxury. Economic aspirations push people to chase personal success in ways that sometimes come at the cost of relationships. And at the same time, Indonesia is facing a growing mental health crisis too, an issue that wasn't openly discussed in the past. The 2023 Indonesian Family Life Survey found that stress and anxiety levels are rising, especially among young people, mirroring global trends. Traditional support systems still exist, but they're being tested by a world where problems are no longer just personal or communal. They're digital, global, and often overwhelming. Despite these changes, some things remain deeply embedded in Indonesian culture. Religion, family, and community are still central to daily life. Even as social media pulls people into online spaces, offline traditions like Lebaran homecomings, communal prayers, and neighborhood gatherings keep people tethered to real-world connections. The idea of gotong royong may evolve, but it won't disappear. It's not a question of if Indonesia will change, because it already is. The real question is, which values will last? Can the younger generation hold on to the warmth of collective happiness while navigating a more individualistic world? And as modern life speeds up, will the sense of shared responsibility that has always defined Indonesia still hold strong? Because happiness in Indonesia has never been about money, wealth, or luxury. It's about presence, about knowing that no matter what happens, someone will be there. That's not something that can be measured in GDP, it's not something that can be bought, and as long as that foundation holds, Indonesia might just stay one of the happiest places on earth, no matter what the economy says. And in the end, isn't that what truly matters? A dinner table filled with laughter, a late-night conversation that makes time disappear, a hand on your shoulder when the world feels heavy. These don't make headlines, they don't boost GDP in global rankings, but they're what make life worth living. Because in the end, happiness isn't about how much you have, it's about knowing what truly matters.
So this was a video from 1 a.m. Why are Indonesians happy despite having low incomes?
It's hard.
It's not hard.
Just leave it like that and don't.
We can discuss these types of stories, discussions,
And it's not gonna end.
However you want to name them, it's different. And
Different worlds we are living here in Europe.
again, what we lived 2 weeks in Indonesia was something different, because you could see with your own eyes that even when we've been to a couple of water palaces, you could see 15-20 people gathering for having like a picnic, family meal. Yeah,
and it was not weekend.
Was no weekend,
Like
was
here.
nothing special, was no celebration, was nothing. Was just a normal family gathering for
Day
having
out.
a meal.
Yeah.
Day out. Yeah, you're not gonna see those ones
Relaxing.
here.
No. Just in a weekend.
So not even in weekends.
Sometimes in the weekends?
Sometimes in weekends they have to be like occasion,
Before they
birthdays.
used to go, yeah.
They used to go before.
But now
as
it's
well.
not like that anymore.
When you're growing up in such or somehow in that kind of family where
You can see every
you
day
getting
the-
used with I don't know, every week or every 2-3 days meeting up with everybody, like families, friends and things like those, having normal conversation, discussing things and
These things are normal. You have to do them when you're gonna grow up as well.
somehow they are not giving you this Western impression that you are alone. When in our case, together 5-10 people in the same place, same time, for a meal, in a normal day, not with a birthday occasion or some
Because
kind of
here
holiday,
it's just like that.
you won't be able, because everybody's in
working.
rush, everybody's working, everybody has things to do.
They don't have time.
They don't have time. They sometimes, even if they don't have, if they have time,
They don't want.
they
they just
prefer
want
to
stay
stay
home.
inside and relax, because they had like 7 days without one day off.
Rest. Yeah. That's
So it's
true.
different. So you cannot compare, and you're getting to a point in life, even in our case, that's why I keep saying that I don't want to be rich, even that we had this discussion before. You're ending up to a point in your life where you're
want
gonna
to stop.
balance everything. It's more important for you: money, health, family,
What
time
is
for
bringing
you.
you more happiness?
So when you're getting to that point and you're realizing that not the money making you, I don't know, happier or healthier, you want more time for you want more time for family, you want more quality time for, I don't know, spending with friends and things like those, and you're not gonna chase the money anymore.
Yeah, so this means
Having money, having more money and be rich, it's coming with a lot of stress, with a lot of
responsibilities, with
things, bad things to do, because not all the money are clean, or they are not gonna have, you're not gonna have them overnight in clean
Just,
ways. I don't want. I just need enough for our family to live, enough, pay bills and live a normal, decent life. That's it. Have more.
Yeah, but you've seen
Again, I can discuss this type of
the rich countries, all the people they are.
yes, but what's with this?
Yeah, with UK.
As the second happiest country in the world.
This has to be wrong. Again, we can discuss this until tomorrow.
Thank
Thank
you
you very
much.
much, 1 a.m. Don't forget, guys, if you enjoy watching this type of videos with us, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell to stay up to date to know when we're gonna post our next videos. Don't forget to check the original video from 1 a.m. You can find the original video link in the description. If you haven't done it, please do it. Anything else?
We're gonna see you next
Stay
time.
healthy.
And keep smiling. Be
And
healthy.
for the youngers, take it easy. Small steps. Nobody becomes rich overnight, or nobody can achieve, I know, anything overnight. See you in the next one. Bye.